I've realized that all the sorrows in our life come from one root cause, and that's because we fail to stop thinking. Thinking is the root of our problems. We have an addiction to thinking. We have an addiction to overstimulation. We have an addiction to overprocess things, to overcomplicate things. And it's not your fault that this is happening. It's not your fault that you continuously overthink without taking action. It's the Western society and our culture, the educational system, the way in which you've been conditioned. That's what's ultimately causing you to overanalyze. And when you overanalyze, you don't trust yourself. You don't take action. You don't take the first step. There was a study that was done with a college art class, and they asked one part of the group to build as many pots as possible. Just doesn't matter. That's how you're going to be graded, by the volume of pots. And then there was another group that they only graded, you're only going to make one pot, and you get the entire semester to think it through, but you can only make one. At the end of the semester, they checked for the quality of the pots, and it turns out that volume ended up leading to the best quality. Not caring so much, just having fun, just going and taking action led the students that made the volume of pots ended up having the best quality, versus the students that overanalyzed and overdesigned and overthought, and they only got one iteration. And that just goes to show that if you're looking for things to be perfect, you're worrying about the one thing that needs to happen first before you do the thing, it's all an illusion. Thinking, worrying are synonymous basically. They're false illusions of control. If you're not actively solving something while thinking about if you're not actively solving something and you're just thinking for the sake of thinking, it's not helping you do anything. Your thinking is actually what's stopping you from living the life that you want, from living in flow state, from living in the present moment. You're robbing yourself of this moment right here where you could be having a conversation with someone, where you could be connecting with somebody, where you could be writing, where you could be making a video here. But instead you choose to think because that's the easy thing to do. It's what you're addicted to. It's a vice. Just like an addict who wants to go get a cigarette. And then you're constantly overconsumed by yourself and by your ego, and you can't escape it. And then your self inflates, and you think you're better, and you think you do more because of your grandiose thoughts and your thinking process. But in reality, you're not doing anything good for anyone because you're not actually being productive. You're not helping anybody by your thinking. And you overplan, and you overanalyze, and then you overconsume because you feel you never have enough information. But in reality, the truth is that you're scared. You don't trust your instincts. You don't trust yourself enough to take action. And then you fail to take action. You wait things to be perfect, and then nothing gets done. And you're led down this vicious cycle of fear and perfectionism and inflated ego, which is the worst combination to ever have. The most humble people are the people that know that their first step is not going to be perfect, but it's the step in the right direction. And they understand that just by taking one step at a time, by just moving forward one bit, 1 inch every day, they will reach perfection. But it's through imperfect action. It's the paradox. Perfection, you approach perfection through imperfect action. You don't find perfection on the first step. You don't find perfection by thinking. You don't find perfection by overanalyzing. You will find success through a series of progressive failures. Life is a paradox. The more that you seek perfection, the more it actually eludes you. The more that you seek the things, the more that you seek happiness, the more that it eludes you. Be here in the present moment right now. Be grateful for the circumstances that you're living, because that is the perfect brewing ground. Those are the perfect ingredients for you to become the person that you need to become. And if you use what you have and with the best of your abilities, with love and with grace and with gratitude, failing forward, making that first mistake, because that first mistake will teach you so much more than all your thinking, than all the information, than all the YouTube videos that you can watch. Make that first mistake. Have the courage. Have the courage to take that first step. Because you're going to learn so much about you and who you are. You're going to learn about patience. You're going to learn about faith. You're going to learn about trust. And when you start trusting yourself, when you start realizing that this game is so much more about letting go of the shit that doesn't serve you, you start winning. But the fact that you're thinking, the fact that you're worrying, the fact that you're over planning, you're hanging on. And that's fear, ultimately. And it doesn't serve you, it doesn't serve the world. And that's ultimately the lesson that every single mistake that you make in life is going to teach you. You weren't letting go. You were seeking things to be too perfect. You were seeking things to be too right. And you didn't let go. And you just didn't go with the flow. And ultimately, that's the only way for you to win at life. Because winning in life is actually just having peace of mind, love, and gratitude. And if you can live in that state every single day, then abundance is bound to find you. You will attract abundance. That it starts within. Let go, release, stop thinking, and trust yourself. And it's a workout. Self-trust is truly a workout that you have to do. You have to slowly release. Just like when you work out, you build your muscles. Well, it's quite the opposite with self-trust. It's about releasing. How much can I release? How much can I let go? How much can I just let happen? And beautiful things happen when you allow. Amazing, guys. Great speaking to you, and I hope that this message serves you well. Until next time.